You need to match the intensity of your old self. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Tabbie Talks. For those of you who are new here, I'm Tabbie. I want to first off just tell you all thank you so much for taking the time. But what I'm talking about, you need to match the intensity of your old self. Let's imagine that inner critic I talked about in one of my other videos where I was saying you experience the wobble. So you have your ego mind, which is your left side of your brain, that left side of your brain, which has been created by you based on your experiences, your fears, your doubts, your beliefs, your worries, all of those things. And basically you've created your ego mind. So if your ego mind has been this inner critic that just will not shut up, it imagines every single situation going bad. It is just the voice that is the sky is falling voice, the voice that constantly just thinks about all of the ways in which things can go wrong. It's imagining the worst case scenarios. It's trying to tell you that this isn't going to go away, and it's helping you assign meaning to bad things in a bad way. This happened, so it must mean this. Like that ego mind, however intense it is in the sense of how incessant is it in telling you horrible things that make you feel terrible, you have to match that with your power. So the offset of that, right? So you can't have your old ego mind running around having this insane amount of energy and then think it's not going to overpower your new self, your new self identity. The part of you that says no. You recognize that you have created all the circumstances of your life, and now you're ready to change all that. So your new energy has to be just as intense as the old energy was. Your new thoughts. So like, let's say, I know this is a very small number, but like, let's say you had 10 negative thoughts in a day. All right. Even though it was probably more like 10,000 or 100,000. You have to have that many thoughts at least in order to just contend with that ego mind, right? So if you previously had 10 thoughts that were intrusive every single day, we'd send you on loop bubbles, thinking about old memories and the past and all of these things. Then in order to overpower the ego mind, in order to overpower the worst case scenario, that means you'd have to have at least 11 thoughts, right? So that is why it's so important that you have the same intensity as your ego mind. You need to match its energy. In fact, you need to overcome it. But if you could just stay even, you know what I mean? Like just if it's fire energy, that little voice is just nonstop all the time, blah, blah, blah. You need to be stepping up the same exact way. You need to be prepared to fight for yourself in the right direction. That's what needs to happen in order for there to be shifts in your life. When your inner critic starts going wild, you need to go wild. If your inner critic is quiet, that's when you need to start speaking up, reminding yourself exactly who you are, exactly that you are loved, that you are important, that you are successful, that you are happy. That is a great phrase, instead of, I'm telling you, focus on what you want. And the reason that can be so challenging is because you might name people and places and things that you have already like a built-in inner narrator, inner critic as to why this can't happen. So if you have like a lot of memories with somebody, it can be hard to start telling a new story. It can be done for sure. But again, you still have to be able to overcome all of the negative talk that you have in order for you to be able to like arm wrestle your old thoughts, your old beliefs down, right? So sometimes it's like making blanket statements for yourself. I am happy. I am fulfilled in all ways possible. I am loved. I am admired. I am all of these things, because it's that kind of talk that will get the other mind to stop talking. Stop talking. Get those intrusive thoughts to stop just invading your brain. I know some people think that they have to listen that they have to believe every single thought that comes inside their head. But you don't have to, especially once you fully understand that literally you can go back and you can probably understand how a situation has played out because of what you were thinking about. But we don't see it that way. Like, we don't even realize our own power in situations when you have been dwelling on fear and worry and doubt, and then a terrible moment happens. Where were you mentally? Where have you been mentally on the subject? Are you constantly thinking in the worst case scenario? Are you constantly thinking it's not working out? Nothing is ever changing? Because it's not going to. That is the truth. It's not going to. But if you can literally understand, it's your belief that's giving the situation power. Literally, it's the belief of what is being said up here. Those automatic thoughts. It's your belief in them that gives them power. It's not that they are powerful in itself. Your thoughts are not powerful in itself. It's your knowing. So I'm just going to leave you with that. So match, if you got a critic, a little critic in your mind that's just running its mouth a mile a minute, well, guess what you need to do? You need to come back in and you need to run your intentional mind a mile a minute. So I know you're having a great day and this message served you well. Keep shining that light because the world needs it. Take care.